This is the Millennial Gaze.
You're good. Hey, what's good, everybody? It's the girl May Money and the girl Katie over here. She had to mute herself because she got a little child that maybe had a little boo-boo there, so it was a little loud in her background, but
yeah, she's okay.
All right.
Sorry.
But yeah, no problem.
She enjoys
it. We're here. Happy Monday, or not so happy Monday, however you're feeling. You know what I mean? But it's nice and sunny out, at least for some people. It's spring now officially. Well, not I don't think it's officially, but daylight savings.
It's gonna be spring soon.
Yeah, but the time changed, so there's that.
Godspeed.
It's allergy season for me, so having fun with that, or not having fun at all. It was awful all day. Actually, all weekend. I just kind of. I don't fare well with this time of year. I always get really bad, like itchy throat, itchy eyes, sneezing. You know,
I always get like February is usually my bad month for allergies, but it stayed pretty cold most of February, so I think it's going to be a little late this year. Because for us, it's like supposed to be in the low 70s for the next 2 or 3 days, and then back down to like high 40s. So
okay, it's gonna get cold again. Yeah, I don't know. We might get some rain, but yeah. Anywho, we just literally just hopped off the Don Lemon kind of members only Legends live chat. That was super cool. We really just got to kind of kick it in that one. And then came right over here, took a little bio break, and then showed up here. It was a really awesome conversation. We had fun. We shared some laughs. Did some plugs. You want to tell them about it, Katie?
Yeah. So for anyone who tuned in, either to We the People or I reposted the video yesterday, I think, as with permission from We the People, and I talked about my APAC research, and I mentioned it on the panel tonight with Don, and he said, email it over to us. I want to see that research. So I emailed the video. I emailed the whole table with all 250 some Democrats on it, and my little code to how to decipher all the highlighting.
Nice. That's what's up. But yeah. I guess before we get started for the show, we're going to talk some Nationals Women's Day. A little bit of that. I'm taking a little bit of a different spin on it. And then there's one more video that I wanted to find before the end of we're going to play at the end of the second segment, Katie, the women's segment. Because I couldn't remember where I put the link at, and it's in the May Money's building. It's the one that we skipped. So I'm going to grab that and then put it in the doc for you. But that's just some behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, we're going to talk Women's National Day. We're going to talk the war. We're going to talk. Oh, thank you. I've been getting a lot of compliments on it today. Thank you so much. I do it myself, you guys. So I really love when I get compliments on it because it's my own creative vibe, But yeah, and we're also there's so many different updates and so many different things that with this war that have been popping up that I just want to take a closer look at. And then also, and then we just got some other fun stuff kind of sprinkled in, a few other updates as well. So yeah, be sure to like, comment, and enjoy the chat and say hello. We'd like to engage with you guys, share, invite a friend, and make sure you're subscribed so that we can, and definitely be liking to hook up our algorithm, because we are just doing great work here and we're happy to be here. So you ready to get started with some Millennial Minutes?
Oh, sure. Okay. This Threads is weird with videos. So give me a sec.
That's okay.
March 14th, 2026, and The Simpsons already predicted it. In a controversial episode of The Simpsons, one that many tried to hide, there's a shocking scene clearly shown next to a terrifying headline, Donald Trump found dead. And it doesn't stop there. In the episode, Trump is shown inside a luxurious room, surrounded by secret documents, nervously talking on the phone, when suddenly he collapses. The clock on the wall stops exactly at 7 a.m. The creepiest part, just seconds before, the camera focuses on a newspaper lying on the floor floor with the phrase, "Someone very powerful will be silenced." A strange shadow appears, reflected in the glass just moments before it all happens. Who is it? This episode was never officially aired. It briefly circulated online and then mysteriously disappeared. But here's what makes it even stranger. The date shown in the episode was blurred out. Only a few frames reveal something chilling. Fans who slowed it down claim there was a hidden message in the background, a coded warning no one noticed before. Why was the episode removed so quickly? Who didn't want it to be? Donald Trump will die on March 14th, 2026, and The Simpsons already predicted it.
Okay, now first of all, Katie,
Don't
even
threaten me with
if
a
this
good
is
time.
total bullshit, even if this is total bullshit, please be true. March 14th, 2026 is just right around the corner. Come on, Simpsons. You got this.
Hey, they've been pretty right about stuff before.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Oh God.
like,
Please.
don't.
Right at 7. I will wake up at 6:59. Hey, what's up, Luck Dragon? Welcome in. Hi, Willette. Hi, Lori. Jazzy.
Whitest dragon feminist in the house. My wings are.
I had on my Dragon Squad shirt today. I had to change out of it. It got kind of sweaty. It's hot out here.
There's been a couple things, Jazzy, that the Simpsons have actually predicted that actually happened. It was
Yeah, like the 9/11 one was predicted. Yeah. The purple suit that Kamala like wore was like a little kind of quirky, fun one with the pearls.
yeah. Let's hope this one happens.
Oh,
Drag him down to the underworld.
Come on, Simpsons magic. The March 14th, 7 a.m. I don't know if it's Eastern, Western, don't matter
It'll
what time.
probably be Eastern because he'll either be at the White House or Mar-a-Lago. So it'll be like 4 a.m. your time.
I will wake up at 4 a.m. and check.
See, I would want for him it to be like that one dude. I think it was in the movie Big Fish where he saw himself die and he was like sitting on the toilet and had a heart attack. Jazzy, you read my mind.
Thinking, I said that on my solo show the other day. I'm like, I just want him to shit himself to death. I want it to be horrid, and I just want like his heart to come out of his fucking asshole, and he just melts into this pile of stanky, nasty shit. And it's like on stage, and it's just so gross. And all of his friends like get sprayed with his shit and his insides and stuff. And like an eyeball pops up, and then and all his friends are like, "Oh God!" It left its mouth and shit.
Okay, I have to find this to make me think of this. So stall for a second.
Okay,
I have to find this
pile of orange. Yeah, I have a very vivid image of how I like want it to go down. Yeah, somebody says hi. Somebody Dragon says hi. It's a little dot. It's very small. Willette has laughy faces. Jazzy has laugh. I'm glad that I can entertain you. I hope I didn't gross you out too much.
Oh well, this is gonna be kind of gross, but
oh yeah, okay.
I'll try to play it short because it's from a movie from the 1990s.
Squirrel Dragon. Hi, Squirrel Dragon.
What was that?
Nothing.
I heard some squealing or something.
Oh, no, everything's fine.
But the animal is inside out.
I heard that.
Oh God. That's how I wanted to like look. Yeah. I just watched.
Yep, that's a special movie for me and the Hubs. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah,
It's also,
and I watched that through.
It's also the first movie we ever watched together.
Oh yeah, for sure. So this is fun. This is Millennial clapbacks.
All right.
I know that's not where y'all thought the Millennial classical comebacks ended. Okay? Wait, there's more. Poof, be gone. Your breath is too strong. Wait, come back. You need a tic-tac. Yeah. Let's just say somebody tell you to shut up. Baby, shut don't go up, prices do. Take my advice and you shut up too. We were reciting them, okay? Cheerleaders, if you will. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words would never hurt me. Oh, as I got older, it was all a lie. Baby, them words got some sting on them. And if you all up in my grill is face. So if you all up in my face, you should take a picture. It'll last longer. Okay, what you want to make a memorabilia? Helga Pataki? The Gen X is all up in the comments. I'm like, we came up with this first. You sure did. When they had ran it past me, I did say something about it. I said, you sure we should be saying this? Okay, so don't cancel me, cancel them. So they the ones who told me to call people African booty scratchers. And I'm going to repeat it again just for research purposes only. That's it. Okay, so let's just say somebody call you an African booty scratcher. Okay, you be like, I know you are, but what am I? Every time they come back with a comeback, you come back with that. You think you all that in a bag of chips? Okay, back then chips was a hot commodity. And let's not get started on the Yo Mama jokes. Your mama's so dumb it took her 2 hours to watch 60 Minutes. Y'all don't even know what 60 Minutes is. Your mama's so fat. When she fell, I didn't laugh, but the ground was cracking up. Baby, gold. Nothing but gold. Now, I know that's not where y'all thought the millennial...
Definitely, I had a whole bunch of Yo Mama jokes. I had a few of those. Yo Mama jokes. I definitely you something. You dumb. I shot the BB. I mean, we was just rhyming all day. Just roasting. You ever just got into a roasting session with somebody and just just back and forth, just roast back and forth? It's always a good time. Like I've had Yo Mama joke like sessions where everybody just go around and tell Yo Mama jokes for like an hour.
When I was in like middle high school age, I was not the shining beam of light you see before you. I was very quiet and I didn't like to talk a lot. So here I am now though.
No, Yo Mama jokes. Well, you should try one, but you a mama now, so.
Well, and also my mom was a teacher in my school district, so she could like hear everything. So I never wanted to say any of that stuff. Oh, even if it was a joke. Hi, Mom. You're probably watching.
The teacher in the school district too, but I didn't go to the same school, and my district, I'm assuming, is like way bigger than yours. Anyway, so yeah, that was just a little fun time.
There's more.
Oh, let's see. What does this one say? I went 3 straight hours talking shit about Tucker Carlson's bow tie. Yes, exactly. That's a good one. I could spend some time roasting people. I have roasted sessions to myself sometimes.
Millennials, this looks interesting. Millennials were emo.
Yeah,
Millennials are so dramatic. You know why? Our entire adolescence was soundtracked by emo music. We didn't just have feelings, we performed them. You didn't get sad when it rained. No, you looked out the window like you were in a dramatic music video. We had life-threatening levels of teenage angst. Do not even get me started on the aim away messages. Aim away messages were like the OG dramatic Facebook statuses that we then graduated to. They would be like, I guess I'm broken, in all like capital, lowercase letters. Like, who writes this at 13? Us. My Chemical Romance was basically our therapist. All Out Boy told us to dance through heartbreak, which we literally did dance through heartbreak. And now we're older, still just as dramatic. But instead of aim away messages, we now have Instagram stories. Instead of staring out the window, we now scroll TikTok at 2 a.m. Instead of Fall Out Boy, we now cry to a playlist called 2007, but with bills on Spotify. But deep down in our adult bodies, we're still emo. It was never a phase, Mom. Millennials are so dramatic.
When I was a young boy, my father.
Oh, that song was a bop. Oh my god. And when it breaks into the fast section, oh my god.
Oh, that whole album, it was a slapper. And then I actually like their other albums, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I really like that album, beginning to end, every single piece of it. And the secret track at the end, if you can find the secret track at the end of Black Parade.
I like this song. I like their song Teenagers.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's on I think that's on Black Parade though. Yeah, that's on Black
Is
Parade.
it? I don't know.
No, I know like My Chemical Romance pretty well.
Everybody has like their one emo band. For me, it was Panic. I love Panic.
Oh my god, I memorized that album too. Ooh,
I knew my husband was the one when he talked about how Panic's first album is one of the greatest albums of all time, and I was like,
it is.
Woo!
Isn't this exactly where you like me? I'm exactly where you like me, you know. Pray for love in a lap dance. Oh God, that whole album, beginning to end, know that one completely. His voice is amazing. I can get into that all day. Okay, I think that was our last Millennial Minute, right?
Yes. I have
Okay, let's get into our next segment because we kind of have to rat-a-tat-tat through this one. There's a lot to talk about here. So thank you guys for being here. We always like to start off with something cool and end with something cool. Let's talk about International Women's Day. I'm not going to do the very obvious thing with International Women's Day. We're going to talk about a little bit more in depth on it. So go ahead and run some of these things.
This happened in a church. So this girl walks up and says, I'm about to confront my pastor. Everybody's like, hold up. What did he do? So she stands right in front of the whole congregation and says, you took my virginity when I was 16, right here on this church floor. The room goes dead silent for a second. Then you hear the men in the church yelling, did you do it? But nah, he confesses. Just says, yeah, I did. No denial, no lawyer, nothing. And here's where it gets even crazier. Instead of protecting the girl, instead of holding him accountable, all the men in the church gather around the pastor, form a prayer circle, and literally push the girl off to the side. They're praying for him, talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness? For who? He is not victim. I couldn't believe it. This girl just told the truth, named her abuser, and somehow she's sidelined while the man who admitted to abusing a minor gets a prayer circle in church on the floor. Apparently someone did call the police afterward, but because of the statute of limitations, nothing could be done, even though he confessed. That's wild. That's disturbing. I just can't believe this happened.
Hold on. I have a reaction for this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's and I hate the whole thing with like the statute of limitations, because there's a lot of times when it comes to trauma that people will literally black out memories for like a decade or two. It's not something that we can control our minds with. Like our mental health and our brain will sometimes just literally try to forget things, and then there will be some type of trigger that comes out.
It's like a protection kind of mechanism. It really is. Like our brains are very, they kind of operate on their own just to help the body kind of be able to stay alive. You know, it's kind of like a life preserver in a way. But that's why it locks it in a way in your brain in a place where so you can live properly or at least function like bodily without dealing with it at that time. And then it'll come back, and then you'll have like after some time you'll be able to like deal with it. But like this is why because we had International Women's Day, the women, while we are actively being like completely attacked. And just like all of our rights are being dismantled and all this shit. Like, yeah, women, we know we all here together, but like,
exactly.
Yeah, but we all know that we are strong and we're capable and we can do these things and we are resilient and all these things. So we don't have to keep reminding ourselves of that, or you always should. But like we know that, and we as a collective, people understand that. And so, but the way that we're being attacked and kind of they're trying to just dismantle all of our rights and everything that we've worked so hard for. I wanted to kind of pay attention to.
Okay, well, we don't care about her hair, dude. We care about what she has to say. Doesn't matter about her hair. This is what we're talking about.
Whose hair?
The girl in the video who was talking. I think she had like
She had on a bonnet or something.
Yeah.
On a bonnet.
Sometimes people have to be told they were assaulted. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. There are people that don't know. They just know that this weird thing happened to me and I don't really know how to explain it. And there's a lot of times, or even with people who have like no knowledge of anything like regarding like sex, and then they end up getting raped and they don't realize that it was rape until a long time later, just because of like, oh, so I said no, so he should have stopped, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's just one example of kind of like where we are as a society.
That's very true.
Oh wow, that's fun. Yeah, and they stole a whole like 2 days off of Black History Month. They did that shit a long time ago though.
Like, can we all just agree that women are smarter and better than men on so many things? Like, there's a reason women have the periods. There's a reason women give birth. That is true, Lori. We have a lot of red states that won't even talk about consent. And it's not just red states. It's certain religions, too. Like those super made crazy Christian white nationalists.
Yeah.
They don't talk about consent. It's all just about conforming to your husband. Yes, we can. We can handle it all. Anyway.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear.
Like coming from me, I guess a bear. I hate men.
A bear. I think a bear.
Bear.
A bear.
A bear. Because you never know what a man's going to do, really. I feel like a bear would be easier.
And do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Is he not going to get upset?
No, I don't think so.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear.
That was so quick. Why?
Men are scary.
I've thought about this question many times and I would have to say a bear. Because you never know a man's true intentions.
If you had a daughter, would you rather her be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Oh, bear. Men are scary, man. I have a daughter. I'd rather she be stuck with a bear.
If you had a daughter, would you rather her be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
I feel, well, I mean, I guess a bear.
I would say bear, maybe.
Bear?
Yeah. Hey, man, people be weird, man. I'm going to say bear. I'm going to say bear, bro.
I'm going to say bear. Even the men choose the bear. Would you rather be stuck in a...
I mean, that just says it all right there.
Right.
Because as soon as you, like, poke at or, like, hurt a bear, that thing's going to go running.
Yeah.
You do that to a man, there's men out there that'll think, like, ooh.
Or even if you walk by the bear might just keep going, move on about its way. Might not even bother you unless you do something to it to get it to attack you, you know. But dudes be plotting and doing all sorts of weirdo shit, just like right. Yeah, exactly. And here's a prime example of what we were just talking about right here.
And you ever see one of these on the restroom door, get your ass in the car and leave immediately.
What is that?
Now, if you notice, there's not one on the men's restroom door, only on the women's. Please be sure to watch this video all the way to the end. And before I go any further, please promise me that you will share this video with every woman that you know. This is the new way that they're trying their best to get people. Women, children, teenage girls, teenage boys. Tell your kids about it. This is a remote control hidden deadbolt lock. So when you go into that restroom and you're not aware, all they have to do is press a button and you're locked in that bathroom. Make sure that you're accounted for at all times. I saw just the other day where a young lady in Texas went to a gas station restroom. One of these things was outside of the women's restroom door. She went and notified the police. They came and removed it immediately. Ladies, pay attention to your surroundings. Those quick gas station late night runs, take somebody with you so somebody can know where you are at all times. I hope you've taken a good look at this hidden smart deadbolt lock that they are placing outside a women's restroom. Please share this so every woman, every mom, every sister, every daughter can be aware. Please help me spread the awareness. Ladies, if you ever go...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a kind of like a good way to deter yourself just because you don't like to use them. Yeah, I'm telling you, you can't do nothing, can't walk around, you can't be a human being on this planet. You can't be no type of human being. You can't be a woman, black woman, Chinese woman, white woman. They don't want shit on this planet. What is the goal here? I don't understand.
These to quote two amazing women regarding International Women's Day, these teeny weeny pink armed titty baby men, quote the I've had it ladies, are so threatened by women that they will just do anything that they can to try to dominate them. It's what it is.
Yeah.
And it's I have become like, I've always been like this with my views and like women's rights and stuff, but I don't know, since I became a mom, man, and especially a mom to a girl and soon two, no, my daughters are gonna know. Someone comes near you, you kick them in the balls and you run. You just say, you fuck you, and you go. I will back you up because you need to be safe.
Yeah, it's gonna, I don't know what that life is gonna look like. We gotta fucking make it through the next few months without ultimate emblazed scorched earth.
I did see that, Dallioops. Yeah, so Walter Masterson's sister was shot in the face with pepper spray by the NYC MAGA protesters out there with Jake Lang. Also, did you see that the NYPD was protecting them? The MAGA protesters?
I don't know who Walter Masterson is.
He's a YouTube guy. He hangs around with Jolly sometimes. And he likes to go fuck with all the right-wing shit.
Is he like is he like a white dude?
Mm-hmm.
With the beard?
No, he's got glasses.
I don't know. I would have to see it maybe. No,
yeah,
I didn't see
it. And then they
this Jake Lang dude need to go to jail.
When he found out it was his sister that got pepper sprayed, he went scorched earth. Oh my gosh! I mean,
Jake Lang need to go to jail. And they should have let his ass get jumped that one time when they got his ass out of there. They should have let his ass get fucking jumped right then and there.
Well, and then he did another thing on that video that Dallioops
Next time I'll play it twice.
Ooh.
What else happened?
It was either Jake Lang or the other MAGA protesters that were like there, were roasting a pig outside of a Israeli restaurant during Ramadan. And they were just because like something would regarding Jewish people and not being kosher and something. Just trying.
Yeah, and Muslims don't eat pork. Okay, go ahead, eat your pork. Nobody cares. Probably not seasoned. It probably just you probably eating its heart raw. You people are fucking sick. Oh God, something needs to be done with him. He needs to be in prison. I don't know why the fuck he's still walking around. Well, we all know why. Nobody's being held accountable.
Oh, and they were trying to also burn Qurans. That's nice. He was also walking around with a goat in that video, and people were like, "Free the goat!"
Yeah, they're probably gonna go eat it, cut its heart out, and eat it raw, and fuck it in the forest. Fucking sick motherfuckers. Ugh.
Maybe you can agree with this.
I didn't see shit.
Yeah, exactly. But they want to arrest Don Lemon.
Right. All right. Are we going into our next segment here?
Nope, we're still in women.
Oh yeah. Oops. Yeah, I forgot where we were.
We got a couple more.
Yeah.
My body, my choice. Everybody her choice. My body, my choice. Everybody her choice. My body, my choice. Everybody her choice. My body, my first date. We will not go away. Welcome to your first date. We will not go away. Welcome to your first date. We will not go away. Oh, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, whoa, Donald, my choice. My body, my.
I don't know if y'all can see who that was, but that was Rihanna.
Good on you, Riri.
The lovely Rihanna. Looking great, going out there, letting her voice be heard. I absolutely love her. And so I was happy to see that. That was very nice. So yeah, we can I like to see celebrities, I guess, kind of just doing what they need to do. And I agree.
Right, and it's honestly not even that big of things. It's just simple, just going out there and being part of communities to raise your voice and raise awareness. Like what is so difficult about that?
Literally nothing. You're absolutely right. Like, go ahead and do that. Can you still see me if I click around on my computer like this?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, like ahead. I'm tired.
No, I feel it. No, I feel you. You can just go to the next one. I'm going to pop this last clip that I was talking about. I almost forgot about in there.
Men will not rise above, most men will not rise above the behavior of the worst behaved person in the friend group.
Yep.
That's science. Like they actually did that study.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And
that sounds about right.
Yeah. So it seems like if there's cheaters in the friend group, then the rest of the guys are going to try and keep up. They're going to make a thing of it. It almost like becomes a game or a competition to them.
Yep. And they certainly won't hold them accountable.
No.
So it makes you wonder about when there's something happening, if a woman is being attacked, like in the streets or something, and there's a whole bunch of men around and like none of them do anything. Like, I wonder, is there like some secret code, like who's going to be the first to say something, or but none of y'all do anything? If you do something to jump in and try to save that woman from her abusive boyfriend or whatever, it's like, do you go down in the hierarchy for trying to help? Or
yeah, you do. You get shamed. They call it, look at me. Look at like you get shamed. They call you a simp. They'll call you like whatever. I don't remember. We didn't call. I forget what we would call each other because it happened so rarely. But when I was growing up, if you stood up for a girl or a woman in your friend group, dude, you were a pariah. Like they would fry you. They would fry. Like that was the worst thing. You could be a rapist and get more respect amongst men than be a man that stands up for women. A man that stands up for little girls. You could be an abuser. You could be a woman beater and you'll get more respect.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, women be tripping. That's what they'll say about a woman beater. I mean, did she ask for it though? Like what was she, whatever, right? But a man that stands up for a woman, there's no qualifiers. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. All they know is, oh, you're defending women, you're the enemy. Get them. Which?
Or you exalted to the top for trying to help.
If y'all don't know Public Defender, I really like his work. Or Offender, not Defender, Offender. I really always like his work. I had already put that in the chat earlier, Katie, and I totally forgot that I did it while we were on Dawn's show. Anyway, but yeah, I really like his work. So check out, like, I kind of like go down little rabbit holes of the conversations and stuff that he has. He's like one of the only internet kind of men that I see really stand up. All of his content is all about standing up for women against the patriarchy. It's really good work. But again, that's another example. He said it himself as a man, straight, hetero man with a wife and everything, that yes, that's exactly how, dudes do. And so that's exactly what we saw in that first clip. when those men got around and just pushed that girl to the side and started praying for the man that, you know, raped her when she was 16. Same shit. I mean, it was just repeated again in a different scenario, different video. So
My husband's watching wrestling, and something.
Oh, okay. I was like, is somebody crying?
No, that's him laughing.
Oh, okay.
The men that stand up against his bro, marry him. He has the best character. I did. Because my hubs will always do what's right, not what's easy. Then I'll be that. I'll stand up for what is right, regardless of who is there or watching. That speaks volume about her character. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to scare y'all.
Okay, let me read the. Where is my mouse? Oh, here it is. Let me plug this guy in. It just makes it so much easier for me to navigate.
Yeah, so something happened that I'll watch later when I'm done with this. Ugh, I just
Okay.
Ugh, we're talking about international women stuff. I have now begun my 12-hour fast.
Let's get it to move. And thanks so much for being here, guys.
I was
They're raised just not to be girls. And I think that is the crisis of our society. There's no real role modeling. They're just told what not to be. They're terrorized and terrified of anything that feels remotely feminine and female. And actually, women are terribly strong. And we know that because if after almost somewhere between 6,000 and 10,000 years of patriarchy, we still haven't submitted, I don't think we're going to. And if you have to marry us off at the age of 9, then what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Like, how afraid must you be of us? You only seek to destroy something that you're afraid of. You would not only need to take our voting rights away or take away our right to education because you're afraid of what would happen if we know. You're only afraid of older women and older women having a voice and an opinion and access to younger women if you're afraid of what they're going to tell other women. You're afraid of sitting with or dating a woman your own age because she might be able to actually see you. So you have to date someone who's barely out of her teens because she won't have your number because she doesn't even understand the world yet. It's all fear. All of it's fear. It's hatred. It's a mask of hatred, but really it's terror. They're so afraid of us, and it's so sad because that strength that we have doesn't have to be subdued. It could be harnessed more intelligently than this.
There you go. Well, segment over.
Good point, Lori. Plus, there are more women in the world than men, and women live longer than men too.
I'm just like, what are y'all doing at this point? And there's more like videos. I was gonna put it in, but the show would have just been way too long. But it was about how like Gen Z, they're like lonely and a whole bunch of incels and stuff now, and like they're just like not able to date. They're not dating. They think that all women should be like submissive. They're very conservative and weird and antisocial, and they have all these different like types of categories of how to hate women and, you know, abuse them and things. It's really sick shit, man. I don't know what the fuck happened to them, but and it came from somewhere. It's not like this started out of the blue, but like it just kind of escalated, you know, into and morphed itself into something different, I think, with the younger generation, you know. Yeah, it's a little jarring for sure. But again, public offender, really good work. That's where I get all my information kind of about like how the Society of Men is working. And then there's also like other little suggestions that YouTube will put up for you.
That's a really good point, Angry Army. But parents don't typically have these conversations with boys, and they should have these conversations to let them know what women may fear. Teach them right before so they act right. And I'm sure she's
I think in the
continuing
street.
to write it.
In the street, I think was going to be.
Okay. Yeah, like that's so true. There are so many parents out there that it means more having that conversation. It's good for both parents to have it, but especially coming from the dad saying to the son.
Yeah.
Especially like, hey.
It really kind of has to come from the dad. Or it can come from both parents, but like it has to be shown within the dad as well. It has to be led by example within the father figure as well. So like, because even when you're not having the conversation directly, it needs to also kind of showcase itself within, you know, the parent. Because then they're just gonna be confused. Well, you told me that I'm supposed to be like this, and you acting like this. You know what I mean? So,
but also women, like parents, have to have conversations with their daughters too, and say like this is not acceptable, and you shouldn't take this and think that this is acceptable, because that's just as important too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And again, that still has to be led by example. Oh, but you just let dad beat your ass the other day. And so, you know what I mean? Or let him intimidate you into voting for somebody you didn't want to vote for the other day. You know, if you don't showcase the things that you're teaching, then it's pretty much useless at that point. But
Marley says, what's happening in our society that we have to have these conversations with their sons? I know. You would think by the year of our Lord 2026 that people would not be having to have these conversations. One more from Armin Vet before we move on. Parents don't typically have these conversations with boys, and they should. Yeah. They teach them what women fear beforehand so that they know how to act right in the street. Be the right kind of man. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. That's the end of our first segment. So be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we just love like engaging with y'all in the comments as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
women are badasses. Fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah. Let's see this last comment before we move on.
For some cultures, we've always had to. Some races and cultures have not stopped doing so. Some have forgotten the basics. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Let me put this back up. There we go.
Okay. Hi, Annabelle.
Big news out of Iran. Iranian leaders are now openly threatening Donald Trump's life. Iran National Security Council official Ali Larijani said, quote, "We won't let Trump off the hook. He must pay the price. He has martyred our leader and our people. This is not a simple matter. We will not let it go until we retaliate in kind." Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister just issued a scathing response to Donald Trump after Trump posted a message earlier today claiming that Iran had already apologized and effectively surrendered in the region. In the statement, Iran's foreign minister says that their president had signaled openness to de-escalation, provided that neighboring countries did not allow their airspace, territory, or waters to be used to attack the Iranian people. But now the foreign minister says that that opportunity was almost immediately killed by Trump's comments, claiming that this amounted to surrender and calling Iran the, quote, losers of the Middle East. The statement says that if Trump is seeking escalation, that is, quote, precisely what our armed forces have long been prepared for and what he will get. Trump's message this morning not only mocked Iran for saying they wouldn't fire on neighbors who didn't allow their countries to be used as bases to attack them, but it also says that Iran was, quote, being beat to hell, and warned that additional targets were now under consideration for attack. Iran's foreign minister slammed Trump's war as a, quote, misadventure that will ultimately cost the United States billions of dollars and more lives while escalating tensions across the region. The foreign minister said the following, quote, "The American people voted to end involvement in costly quagmires in the Middle East. Instead, they have ended up with an administration that Netanyahu, after decades of failed attempts, finally managed to dupe into fighting Israel's wars. This is a war of choice pursued by a small cabal of Israel firsters, and Israel first always means America last." In a major escalation, Israel is now attacking oil refineries in Iran, and Iran now says that they are targeting Israel's refinery and infrastructure. It's clear at this moment that this war is only getting started. Stay safe, spread the word, and follow along for more.
So all of those girls he killed in that school were losers? I agree, Army Vet. It's so gross that the new norm has to commit genocide, commit war crimes, and try to wipe out the population.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, they said this and they said that. If this ain't the most he said, she said shit that I've ever seen, like in a group on a playground of people, like, what is happening right now? Nobody, like, but Iran is like, ain't nobody said that. Ain't nobody said none of that. Okay, we actually made it very clear what we got. We've let this motherfucker know very clearly what we gonna do if y'all pull up and put boots on the ground. We said that we've been ready. Y'all don't even know what the fuck we got because you didn't do no research. You just thought you was big and bad, and you know you're writing your fucking billion trillion dollar check that your ass can't cash. So I wish this man would just shut the fuck up and play golf or fucking die on the 14th, like the Simpsons predicted. Because come on now, dog. Like, these people, do you think Iran is playing with you? They don't give a fuck. They about to come out here and fuck all of us up. Man, Annabelle, come on, man. Hold on one second.
I just don't get how he doesn't see that if he keeps doing this to countries like Iran with Israel, like, they're gonna turn it on us, and we're gonna become a war zone.
I know that I'm like, this is unprecedented. I don't know why Americans think that people.
Oh, they've been planning this for months.
I don't know why people don't think that we aren't a very easy target right now. What makes us like our security of war or whatever secretary of war is a little fucking drunk bitch who doesn't even know how to properly secure, like, use like the tools that he has to be secure. This dude doesn't know how to plan a war or be a war general or any of that shit. We are like sitting fucking ducks to get fucked up, and everybody knows that. All the other places are turning around, saying either taking away their allyship or actively giving intelligence to Iran. Like, so I don't know what the fuck. Just because our name is America doesn't mean that we are like the strongest people out here. Like, I know if somebody gonna whoop my ass, I'm not gonna go up there and try to fight them. No, I'm gonna shut my fucking mouth so I don't get mollywopped out here. But that's what this man got us into this shit. Nobody asked for it.
That's because
people are gonna be put in danger. They already have.
Like, Pete Hegseth is just a face. Kristi Noem was just a face. Pam Bondi is also just a face. Like, I don't understand how these people don't realize that people like Stephen Miller that are behind the scenes pulling the tricks. Thank you, Luck Dragon. I'll never run for office ever because I would nope. But thank you. Yeah, Emma would vote for me too, apparently.
Cool. What we got, Aaron? Oh yeah,
We have some very serious news this morning. This is what Tehran, the capital of Iran, looks like right now. This black overhead, a thick smoke that is over the city right now. CNN, who is on the ground, is reporting that the Iranian people, there was rain coming down from the smoke throughout the day. That rain was black and oily. Comes after a night of strikes by the United States and Israel on a number of oil depots across the country. This is what the Iranian people are currently living under. The rainwater is black from all of the oil fires that we've seen over the past 24 hours. This is what the Iranian people are breathing in, are experiencing. And it comes as Switzerland this morning is calling the U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran a violation of international law. Switzerland is historically neutral. That's where the phrase "I'm Switzerland" comes from. For Switzerland's defense minister to come out and call this a violation of international law is a significant development. I'll have more updates for you soon. Spread the word. Follow.
Yeah.
Nuremberg trials, let's go.
Like, come on now. All right, so it's a violation. Let's do something about that. Okay, now what's next? Oh,
Well,
so you just name it a violation, and what happens after that? You just call it that and let it keep going? I don't understand why nobody is being held accountable. Why nobody won't go get them, arrest them, say, hey, we need to take you to court right now and you need to answer some questions. I don't know why we haven't done this already, or subpoenaed them, served them. It's anything. I don't get it. Like, why is everybody so afraid? Is everybody in the fucking files?
Yes. Yeah, and I agree, Jazzy. How is this freeing Iran and saving women? It's not. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Period. Full stop. I agree. His Keg Seth impression is very good. I will say that.
Oh, I haven't really been watching much at SNL. I like hop on sometimes or catch a clip every now and again, but like my algorithm kind of got fucked up. It doesn't pull it straight to the front anymore. One second, let me just let her out.
His Keg Seth impression is pretty good, but yeah, killing children and bombing countries is not safe for anyone. Yes, Mom, that is Emma spinning around. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you can go ahead. Please.
I don't have a ton to add. This is an oil fire raging out of control in Iran right now. I don't have a ton to add to this because we all know that this is just a nightmare. And we all know that the price of a loaf of bread is going to be like $17. And the fact that China has 4 months of oil reserves, and after that, their economy is going to fully plummet and collapse. And that's bad news because our economy is pretty reliant on their economy, turns out. And all of this heartache and turmoil, global strife and future endeavors, all of this is because our president is mentioned in these files 1 million times. This is the dumbest, most horrific, idiotic, disgusting descent into world chaos, all because this guy needed to distract you from the fact that he has done some horrific shit. There's also a non-zero amount of people making the most consequential decisions in all of human history right now that believe fully that the Armageddon is happening, and they want that. That's also insane. I don't even want to talk about that.
So, who the fuck out here is distracted? Maybe use the word bombarded. Okay? You don't need, I'm not distracted. I'm just like annoyed at this point. Can we stop? You don't, I already know enough that I need to know. You are worse than Satan. Okay? You're Satan's fucking dad. All right? Or something. I don't know. But fuck this man. And he needs to go. Okay? Go away. Okay? And so I'm not distracted. I'm bombarded and annoyed because I don't need to read 3 million more fucking files. I don't need for him to illegally bomb more places. We need to get him the fuck up on out of here.
Yeah, and Jazzy brings up a good point here. The female literacy rate in Iran is 98%, and 70% of STEM grads are women. Maybe we should focus on our own education statistics. Yes.
Oh, Satan dad is God. I didn't know that. Well, he's Satan's piece of shit or something that he shits in the toilet. I don't know what this dude is, but Satan doesn't like it either. I'm convinced. Otherwise, he would have come got his ass by now.
We are not distracted, but there is still a part of the population that is, and we need those people to wake up.
What, wake up when a bomb is hitting you? Wake up when the sleeper cells wake up? Is that what you want to wake up to?
Luck Dragon, that's a really good point. More than half the people are under 50 years old in Iran. Compare that to all the old pedophiles over 60 in America. 4 out of 5 dentists say we're
Damn. Or under 50. You think it's because of all the war that everybody's so young?
I think probably between the war and then also between just all of the like toxic stuff that's going on over there too.
Yeah.
And like the things with like I don't know the exact like gangs or like Taliban-esque for Iran. I don't know, but yeah.
All right, what's next? Oh, this one I think we might have to just read. I don't think there's a video to it. Or maybe there is a video. Play it a little bit.
It's just sound. It's just sound underneath.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hold on, let me reload the page because it's hard to read.
Yeah. Basically, some chief came out saying that
Pentagon Army Chief General Randy George has declared President Trump a clear and direct danger to national security in an unprecedented live television something. I can't see it.
I was trying to find the damn shit and look up the guy, but
Well,
I didn't.
now it's saying on community note, this post is not real. There's no sound, no record of him making these comments, and the video image format circulating online is fabricated.
See,
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? And then one more thing that I kind of had to say about that, because it didn't seem quite real. Why is shit like that being put out if it's not real? Like, I wonder how shit like that gets slipped through. You know, what kind of information is getting slipped through like that? You know what I mean?
It's just them trying to distract us.
Who is that guy? Is that guy like a real guy? I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. I sent it to myself to kind of remind myself about it, because it's like it could either be one of two things, like I don't know, some bots or somebody just trying to fuck with people, give you some hope. But like also like, what if there is some general that did say that and it's being suppressed somehow? You know what I mean? Like it could also be that George Randolph. Yeah, I found that post like in the middle of the night. I didn't really have time to look at it.
Hold on 1 second.
But she just walked off. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. Just a very interesting sort of thing we got going on here with the world of disinformation. But yes, interesting take. I agree, because what if that dude did say something and like because obviously we're not getting the information that they're not telling us, all the information that is out there. We're getting all sorts of different squirrely ass reports. We're getting all sorts of just conflicting information. They're contradicting themselves sentences. So like, what's to say that we're literally just getting like all sorts of really corrupted news or edited news? Even like, look at how they did on Fox News with the what do you call it? The transfer, the honorable transfer or whatever it's called. And then they take off the hat and everything. He didn't take off the hat, so on Fox News they didn't edit it.
They used one from a year ago.
Yeah, and all that shit. So they're actively like changing shit up, suppressing shit, lying outright, falsifying data, all sorts of shit, switching out clips. So we can't believe anything that's coming from like no CNN or none of these people.
Jazzy says Twitter temporarily got rid of a Twitter page that was posting the number for military members to call if they didn't want to opt into deployment for this war. Not surprised.
Wow.
So General, here's some quick stuff. Sorry, someone's getting a bath and she's not. General Randy George is the 41st Chief of Staff of the United States Army, sworn in on September 21st, 2023. As of March 2026, he serves as the Senior Uniform Army Officer, responsible for advising the Secretary of the Army and the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Oh, okay, so he's a real dude. I don't see any reason why as to why that would be fake. What does this say, Luck Dragon?
The best post I ever took advice from was a book. I bet you can't get the book I'm talking about. Hint, Atreyu. I don't get it.
I don't know.
Let's go.
I don't know. I would have to really think about that. All right, let's do this next one. This is so sad.
American citizens that's stuck in at least 14 different countries because of this war. And one of the main places is Dubai. It's a woman there that went to celebrate her 30th birthday. She is stranded in Dubai right now with no way to get back. She booked numerous flights. All of these flights have been canceled. Mind you, again, let me say this. She is an American citizen and she is stuck there. Matter of fact, look at this shit.
Hey, y'all.
Listen.
As you know, I'm the girl that decided to spend her 30th birthday in Dubai. And I'm coming on here very humbly, asking my president to just seize it. I'm an American taxpaying citizen. And I've now been stuck over here since the 24th. I've been blessed to be able to buy 3 different flights from 3 different airlines, and they've all been canceled. I don't know who this will reach. I don't know if it'll reach anyone, but I am desperate to get home to my family.
And to make matters worse, we already heard the president say that this war might last up to 4 or 5 weeks. And to add more fuel to the fire, they just hit an Iranian warship with a torpedo this morning in the Indian Ocean. That's more escalation to this war. Have you seen the airports in Dubai? Look at these airports. The reality is they might not make it their first priority to get our American citizens home, but they're not safe where they're at right now. I'm out.
We're hearing noises. It's getting very, very scary.
I mean, when I say
good afternoon, all. I'm in Dubai.
There are video after video after video after video that you can watch of people stuck in Dubai, which I didn't realize that many people was just flying to Dubai like that from America.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of touristy stuff over there.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I'm surprised people are really even trying to travel like that with what's going on. But
that's exactly what I think, Army Vet. I have mixed feelings about this. I get it, we should live our lives, but this is also about people not paying attention to what is going on in the world.
I would at least maybe stay in the country if I'm going to be flying around anywhere. You know, like...
That's a good point, Keisha. Some people got stuck there on a layover. I think my fear about leaving the country would be re-entering and having to go through having to go through a lot of that bullshit, where even if it's like, oh, cool, so you're a citizen, you were born here, but this is what they probably do.
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
saying.
And like even coming in can be hard. Because it's just like once you get back here, I don't really want to have to deal with the airport people in this country that much. It might actually be more comfortable in a different country than it is here to be a person of color trying to move anywhere. But
Dave,
I don't know. I guess you have to be really aware, where you're going. You at least by bare minimum need to knowing what the fuck is going on And don't be, shocked and crying and shit if this president just starts a war and bombs wherever you went on vacation, because I don't know why anybody is fucking surprised about any of this shit. Oh my God. This morning I woke up and he done bombed another place. Why are we shocked? Either do something about it, but stop being surprised by it. Because we need to start actually doing something about it instead of letting them just do shit without any something. Otherwise, there's no point in us even talking about this shit at this point.
A lot
We
of
don't
people
talk
don't
about blue it to the face until the fucking asteroid comes.
A lot of people don't like Dave Chappelle anymore, but he does have a very good bit on his newest comedy special about how he feels safer. He did go to the festival or whatever in Dubai, and he feels safer over there as a black man than he does here. And I do want to point out the money he took from that tour, he put back into schools and his town, and not just took the money and ran.
Oh, and and actually, he has every reason to feel that way, because a lot of the people out there, like even I don't know if you guys know about the hostage crisis in Iran in 1979, but anyway, they let all the black people out. So there are a lot of like Muslim countries that actually have sympathy for Black American people. So there's a different sort of relationship with Black Americans and a lot of like those Muslim countries. So anyway, let's keep going.
Several Army units have been told to stand by and be ready for deployment. Let me explain what that means. The 18th Airborne Corps and the 82nd Airborne Division out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, both those units are in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, have been told to cancel their training exercises, clear their schedule, and be ready for potential deployment orders. That does not mean that they are deploying. That does not mean they're going right now. It just means they've been told that. And that's not a good thing because, well, we're currently in an airstrike war with Iran and a Navy war with Iran that we're being told is not a war. That is most definitely a war that was unilaterally started by this guy who wants to be the fucking king. And now these ground units, and the 82nd Airborne is, a formidable unit. This is a airborne unit. They can come in from the sky and drop to the ground type unit. This an infantry unit with all the other assets, medical, intelligence, and they have a lot of assets under the 82nd Airborne Division, 18th Airborne Corps. So they have everything they need. And so to have them being put on deployment ready status is not a good sign because it makes you think we're going to be having a ground invasion in Iran. Now, I'm not saying there's definitely going to be a ground invasion in Iran. I'm just saying it looks like that's what they're getting ready for, unless they plan to deploy them somewhere else. But I can't imagine where that would be. I can't imagine where you would tell an entire 18th Airborne Corps, 82nd Airborne Division, clear your calendars, be on deployment ready status for no reason. There's got to be a reason. Do we know the reason? No, because this regime is not transparent. This is a war. We're being told it's not a war. This is a war. Okay? A war started by one guy who wants to be king, who's basically an authoritarian at this point because Congress has ceded all their power to him. Supreme Court ceded all their power to him. He's starting a war and nobody's stopping him and everybody's fucking letting him do it. And now we have ground units being told to clear their schedule, be on deployment ready status. And I heard from a friend of mine, Greg Stoker, that the conscientious objector lines and the GI rights hotlines are blowing up with people basically saying, I don't want to fucking go to Iran. This is bullshit. I don't agree with this. So keeping an eye on this. This is a lot of just little pieces of information. We don't know what everything means yet. I'm just letting you know what's happening because legacy media won't report this shit. Legacy media won't even talk to you about what's really happening over there and what's really happening here. So we have to. Anyway, this is just information I'm getting from people that are still currently have access to the information. I won't tell you how and who they are because, well, they could get in trouble. But I do know that people have been that units have been put on deployment ready status. That's really all we know right now. Keeping an eye on the situation. Several Army units.
One thing I will say again that I want to reiterate, and that he also kind of pointed out, was that we keep getting all these little blurbs of information from all these different places, and none of it's all conflicting with each other. And then this is happening, and this happening, and that happening, and this is happening, this on fire, this is on smoke. There's oil over here, there's money over here, there's Nazis over here, there's blood over here, you know, and so it's just a lot of information coming in all at once. Somebody trying to do an election over there. Yeah, lots of stuff. So
I just want to point out I was laughing during that. I wasn't laughing at the video. My husband just came out of the giving our daughter a bath, and his whole shirt is just drenched. And I was just laughing at him.
That's great. Okay. But yeah, that's what's going on with the boots on the ground sort of thing. I also did see a photo. I kind of lost it though. It might not even be on the internet anymore, but there was a whole bunch of troops sleeping in the airport on the floor in Atlanta. Just like hell of them, just lined up against the wall, just sleeping on the floor, no blankets, nothing. So there's definitely people being moved around, that's for sure.
You would think that's the way it should be, but how do we? They're not holding her accountable for anything that she's lying. Like, doesn't matter. It feels like nothing matters at this point.
I have some news right now. Iran has selected a new leader, the Ayatollah's son, and he's even more of a hardliner than the Ayatollah was. And well, he doesn't like the United States even more because the United States actually just killed his wife. Here's everything you need to know about the new Iranian leader, who may not be in the position that long, according to Trump, because Trump says that the United States may go after any new Iranian leader. The Ayatollah's son, he's more hardline than the father. He's the candidate of the IRGC, which is the Revolutionary Guard, the military. He's pretty young, 56 years old. His father was 86 years old. He avoids the public. He's trusted by his father and the clerics. He was in the military during the Iraq-Iran war. And his wife was killed in an Israeli airstrike that also killed his father. So you have a more hardline leader in Iran now, be it for a few days, a few weeks, or years, a younger leader, and one who really doesn't like the United States or Israel for a number of reasons, but mainly because they just killed his wife. Spread the word, follow along for more. We have some news right now.
Well, see, why are you going around fucking with these people, man? He about to get us all fucked up. Now you got this man angry at all of us, about to just come over here and fuck up everything in sight. I mean, you can't blame him for being mad.
Right.
These fuckers is already crazy. Why would you fuck with them? Dude, we let this man that can't even stay awake during a board meeting go ahead and fuck with somebody like that. Sound like they got them lined up like little babushka dolls. There's just another more evil one gonna come out after you killed the one before him. Like, what are we doing here, bro? I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Like I said, MAGA, wrap this shit up.
I have fucking had it from top to bottom.
I know, the doubt.
Panicking as his war against Iran is spiraling out of control. Right now in Tehran, there are massive crowds actually welcoming the selection of the new Ayatollah and condemning the United States. They're out in the street there. So if this is what Donald Trump wanted to provoke right here, well, look what you've done, Donald. Look at what's going on right here in the Revolutionary Square in Tehran right now against Trump's war. So you can see it for yourself. You're playing this clip. And this, as we've learned, that the U.S. has intercepted encrypted communication believed to have been originated in Iran that may serve as an operational trigger for sleeper assets outside the country, according to a federal government alert sent to law enforcement agencies. Iran may be activating sleeper terrorist cells in retaliation for Donald Trump's invasion. But folks, the Trump kids are loving this. Donald Trump's sons are backing a new drone company, as the Wall Street Journal exclusively reports, targeting Pentagon sales. It's a company called Powerus, startup, 50 employees. And as the U.S. is now asking Zelensky for help with how they've dealt with drones in Ukraine, it looks like the Trump kids want to get in on that action too, maybe take some of that technology, maybe make some profit off of it as well. Don't you see that that's what this is all about right there? And they will screw over Zelensky yet again. But the Trump kids, boom, war. Let's make a ton of money right now while the American people are suffering, while our markets are tanking, while the price of oil is absolutely surging right now. They've now joined a drone company after doing Bitcoin companies. I mean, so pathetic. What is Donald Trump posting about this morning while this is all taking place? By the way, while Bahrain's top oil company just declared a force majeure in order to terminate some of its contractual obligations because its facilities are under attack. Bahrain's state oil company declared force majeure following an Iranian attack that set its only refinery ablaze. You can see right there the Bahrain Petroleum Company, BAPCO, near its capital in Manama right there. You see under attack and they're not able to fulfill any of their contracts. But here's what Trump's posting. This is...
Yeah, we don't need to see what he posts, and none of it makes sense.
I'm so tired of these fucking... Oh my God. There are people in this country who have lost their health care. They have had family members deported illegally. They've had family members murdered by these fucking ICE goons. And there are people who are losing money daily, and like prices for fucking everything are going up. People lost their food stamps. People aren't being paid because of the government shutdown. And these sons of this chuckle fuck are making more money and just throwing it around like it's nothing. Fuck these people. Oh.
Yeah, they suck. They suck. I don't know. So Aztec Priest disagrees and think they doubt that there's any sleeper cells being activated. I would prefer that we didn't even have to ask that question. I would love if you were 100%, 1,000% fucking correct. I really would. But I ain't gonna fucking sleep on no sleeper cell. I ain't sleeping on no sleeper cell, okay? No. And they ain't coming for me anyway. So, I'm sorry, Lord Dragon. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? How long have you watched this show for? You know where the fuck I'll be at. Anywho. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of like other shit going on in here. And even like the fear of having sleeper cells in your fucking area can get people riled up enough to start acting wrong. You know what I mean? To start panicking, to start getting unorganized, to start being worried, to start closing off from people, and really like kind of just dismantling a whole just society, even with the threat of something like that happening around you. So
everything that they're planning, Aztec Priest, everything that they're planning has been planned. It's just a matter of when are we going to lay it out so that, you know, when the next big Epstein bomb drops, what can we do to distract people? And it's just, I'm just
whatever. Let's just go to the next one. Let's keep moving. So this guy mentioned some of the things that I did hear that did happen. Luckily, they didn't seem to amount to too much of anything, but a lot of crazy things are kind of going on and popping off.
Sleeper cells waking up. Something strange is happening across the United States right now, and people are starting to notice a pattern. In just the past few days, multiple security incidents and possible terror-related events have unfolded across the country. Austin, Texas, a mass shooting left multiple people dead and more than a dozen injured. The suspect was reportedly wearing clothing referencing Islam, and the FBI is investigating whether the attack had a terrorism connection. Then in New York City, police arrested several people after an explosive device was thrown during a protest outside the mayor's residence at Gracie Mansion. Today in Kansas City, an entire terminal at Kansas City International Airport was evacuated after a reported security threat, bringing in FBI agents and bomb units while thousands of passengers were moved onto the tarmac. And then there was an individual on a commercial flight yelling Allahu Akbar and claiming there was a bomb on board, causing panic amongst passengers. Right now, investigators are still determining whether these incidents are connected or just a series of isolated events. But federal agencies have warned that conflicts overseas can lead to retaliatory attacks or inspired violence here at home. Stay alert.
Well, and there was one more where there was like a whole military unit coming on. They had all the people. I think the flight was coming trying to go to Nashville or Atlanta or in between those two. They had all the people with their hands up, head down, hands up, guns drawn, fucking checking on people. Just scary shit. Had to land the plane somewhere, checking for a bomb, heamed up the most Muslim dude that they could find on the plane. I don't know what happened from that, but yeah, seriously.
Kind of raised my eyebrow when people start saying sleeper cells, because how do you know that's not manufactured events purposely to misguide everyone and make situations worse?
That was pretty much what I was saying. It could be, or it could be something that can distract you so that other people can go ahead and do the actual plan. Like, there's this game called Metal Gear, right? And there's like this part in the game where the dude, there's all these bombs that he has to deactivate. And then he sends the character around to go deactivate and put out all these little bombs, all these little bombs. There's like 12 of them. And finally, the last bomb clicks off. Next thing you know, it activates the one. Once it finally deactivates the little one, you don't even know anything about the actual bomb that was being set. So there's a distraction. These could be just little distractions to, because a lot of them haven't really amounted to anything. They've just been dismounting people off the plane and things like that, and everything ended up being okay. But again, that's where I'm talking about, they're having us look at this, and this. What should we really be paying attention to? And all the things are equally dangerous. So you have every reason to want to pay attention to what's closest to you. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're doing a good job at keeping us from not making any progress. I'll tell you that. In that form, that they are winning, because nobody's being held accountable for literally anything. So
there's already an FBI report saying that on the March 28th, No Kings is a prime target, but we're protesting the same thing. I don't.
Yeah, okay, so they want to. Thought they don't want. If you going to, that just makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. And again, that's why this whole episode has kind of been about shit that doesn't make any sense. Every fucking argument collides with each other. Why would you attack the No Kings protest when the people at the protest for No Kings are probably on your side? You know what I mean? That just doesn't make any sense.
This is where we're at this point.
Right. Just what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a crazy one, but when I see some shit that doesn't add up and literally makes no sense, usually I'm pretty on point with it. All right, let's go to let's try to just get through this because we got one more.
This government is lying about the number of current military casualties in their war on Iran. Current U.S. death tolls are reported to be in the single digits, with only 6 confirmed U.S. soldier deaths. But Iranian media claims to have killed over 500 U.S. soldiers. Top Iranian security official Ali Larijani reports 560 U.S. troop casualties, a figure that is not reported in U.S. media. This is, however, being reported outside of the U.S. China's reporting it. Spain is reporting it. But the U.S. military has already accidentally revealed that there are more casualties than they're letting on, with a now deleted job posting. The U.S. Dover Air Base in Denver was actually caught posting and deleting a job notice about a position for shipping the belongings of U.S. military casualties. The personal effects specialist position was posted for urgent hiring, suggesting that there are more casualties than the U.S. government is letting on. And this comes after Donald Trump's comments at Mar-a-Lago this weekend that there will likely be more casualties in the Iran operation, and that's just the way it is. Sounds like they were already aware of there being more deaths and were just trying to cover for themselves. The U.S. government is lying.
That's what I said earlier on Don's show. Sorry, I have had itchy eyes all day. That's what the fuck I was saying earlier. The first reporting that I got was the fucking 560 or 20 or some shit like that. And then I heard, and then there was like, and then somebody in the signal chat like corrected me, like, oh no, it was only 6. And I'm like, well, that seems odd because like those two numbers are vastly different. So if it's not 560 or not 6, then where's the number in between? Is it 20? Is it 150? Is it 200? That's a lot. That's a whole bunch of fucking space.
I think that what they're probably going to do is, if the 500 number is true, which I'm not doubting it isn't true, they're going to spread it out probably instead of having to bring like all those people home, or like because it makes them look bad. Well, no shit.
I mean, but you guys, we have the number between 6, 8, and fucking 520. So it could be 350. It could be 219. It could be 112. It could be 80. That's like a lot. That's like a big ass gap. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, that's just not some like, oh, it was between 6 and 20 people. No, that's like a very big gap discrepancy. I think we should figure out what the real number is.
Brace yourselves, friends, because we begin the day with breaking news, which is equal parts shocking and truly infuriating. Donald Trump and Fox News teamed up to disrespect and dishonor the memory of 6 American service members whom Trump got killed with his Iran war. First, Trump disrespected and dishonored them at the dignified transfer of their remains. And then the next day, Fox News got caught disrespecting and dishonoring them by trying to cover Trump's ass by editing the footage. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, folks, we begin this video talking about the inherent tragedy of the situation. Donald Trump's Iran war has claimed the lives of, I think, more than 1,000 people at this point, hundreds of civilians, including 175 Iranian school children, but also 6 Americans so far, 6 American service members, Captain Cody Cork, Sergeant First Class Noah Tietjens, Sergeant First Class Nicole Amore, Sergeant Declan Cody, Major Jeffrey O'Brien, and Chief Warrant Officer Robert Marzan. Yesterday at Dover Air Force Base was the dignified transfer of their remains, bringing their remains back to the United States. Now, this happens, unfortunately, all too often, and typically either the commander-in-chief or high-ranking members of the administration, like the defense secretary or the vice president, participate in the dignified transfer, watching and presiding over the remains being transferred. Here is a clip of Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance at the dignified transfer yesterday. Pay close attention. It's again just a clip. Okay, this is the actual footage, and believe it or not, it was on Fox News initially. Now, this may not seem like something glaring in the moment, given the color, but Donald Trump is wearing a baseball cap. More on that in a moment. He's wearing a baseball cap, which is inherently disrespectful and dishonoring of the people. You're supposed to take the damn hat off, right? More on that in a moment. That is an example of the actual footage. And also note the red tie. This is very, very important. This happened yesterday. Donald Trump dishonored and disrespected these people yesterday, these service members, these patriots, these people who died because of his war with Iran. Now, this morning, Fox and Friends Weekend, they briefly recapped the dignified transfer, but note the footage they use.
All right. Meanwhile, turning now to your headlines, President Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and Secretary Lady Usha Vance attending a dignified transfer to honor the final homecoming of the 6 U.S. service members killed in Kuwait. The solemn ritual.
Okay. I'm going to smack the fucking smiles off of those host faces.
I know.
You fucking, oh my God. How fucking stupid do they think that we are? That we can't tell that that's a different goddamn day. Also,
And they played that shit multiple times over and over and over and over and over again. And then that's like a earlier kind of coverage of it with Pondering Politics, and then more came out. They finally had an apology. So I got that video before the apology, right? They apologized. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong footage. Didn't show the correct footage. Well, these people, we should have retitled this whole episode. It should have been called because the confusion and everything with the information that we're getting with this whole situation is bad, and it's glaringly obvious too. But they muddied everything up so bad that we can't figure out what the fuck is going on.
did you also notice he didn't even dignify looking at them, looking at the casket as it went past him? At least Vance and Usha did it. And Melania, but he didn't. He didn't even look at it. He looked over it.
There's nothing in there anymore but evil.
Yes, that stupid red tie that fucking
Okay, this is actually very triggering. But so I will definitely say to trigger this is a very short video. If you want to look away, but this is what's going on.
Kasi sabi niya kanina kay Marabi, 1/4 pa lang daw.
Better them than you, MAGA? Huh? What's happening to her is because of your vote. You voted for this, they're paying for it. No one's fucked with Iran. The guy you voted for did. That woman got blown the fuck up because of MAGA and Trump supporters. The 77 million of you that voted for this shit. Yeah. No, No. Come here. No. You don't get to post these videos. 77 million voted for this. This is the ramifications of your actions. You just didn't think because you're small brain that it would exceed the nation. Oh, no. Fuck no. Everyone else knows not to fuck with Iran. Who's fucking with Iran? Iraq? Okay. Not America. Not the UN. So, yeah, it's your fault. That woman got blown the fuck up because of MAGA and Trump supporters. The 77 million that voted for this shit. An innocent woman. So, the reason why I feel the way I feel and why I want all of this to happen is because I'm used to it. It's normal to me. It's not normal to y'all. The sheer thought of your illusion being shattered and all of this shit happening, not because you caused it, but there's nowhere to hide from seeing all this shit. I love it. I'm the dude who can withstand like an explosion, me and you see everything that happens in the middle of an explosion. You see people being ripped apart, blown to pieces. and nothing is affecting us, but I'm just sending you through this whole simulator and you're just watching this shit fucking tripping balls. Like, oh God. This is because of you. And I'm going to amplify it and never, ever let you forget it until you start coming forward saying, hey, we fucked up. No mas, no mas. People aren't going to fuck with you, but you need to start being boisterous, or I'm going to be boisterous. I'm free. I don't care if I make money off this shit. No one wants to give me a brand deal or anything. The truth shouldn't cost anything. Let's do it for free. But you're not going to forget the 77 million that voted for this shit. That woman got blown up because of you. Your vote. Take it easy.
Well, there are consequences to these things, and now is not the time for people to be getting sensitive now. Oh God, I can't watch it. Well, too late. You get to watch it every day.
Yeah,
because we let ourselves get this fucking far, and even still, we haven't seemed to like woken up. We're still over here like, oh well, God, I have to pay $1 million for gas. Okay, well, at least the gas ate up your ass. How about that? At least your roof is still in one piece. Some of y'all broke MAGA people might not even have a roof, if I'm being honest. Maybe your shit already done blown off and never got replaced because Kristi Noem was the FEMA director and she canceled all that. Maybe that was it. But like, no, that I don't understand.
Yeah,
like,
people don't think it's real, Jazzy. They think it's, people are going to be like, oh, that was AI.
Yeah, is it going to be AI when these people at your house blowing up your fucking house? I'm telling you.
I just know before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
You're muted. May, you're muted.
I said, let's skip her. She's a little longer winded. Let's just go to, is this the last part of the section?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's just start here.
Mayor
Yeah.
Mamdani put out this statement after an explosive device was discovered outside of the mayor's mansion in New York. So in case you missed it, Jake Lang, by the way, if you don't know who Jake Lang is, he is the attention-seeking, grifting piece of shit who got his ass whooped when he came to Minneapolis. He's also the one who got his ass whooped by the letter S in the ice sculpture outside the Minneapolis City Hall. Well, he showed up in New York to do one of his anti-Muslim protests that he likes to do because he's a piece of shit who uses bigotry to grift and seek attention. And somebody at that.
So this, first of all, this is the start of the next segment. I'm sorry.
Oh, she dropped off. No, yes, it was the start of the next segment, but it's all good.
This is not my night tonight. I don't know what's happening.
It's all
So
good.
this is the start of the next segment, as I said.
Mhm.
Sometimes I hit like this button on my mouse and it's like, oh, you want to go back? No, I don't. But also, this is the video I was talking about with Walter Masterson. Like, he was at this when they threw the explosive outside.
Wow.
That was where he was with Jake Lang.
That protest placed an explosive device outside of Mayor Mamdani's home. At first, people thought it was just a device that created smoke. They confirmed today that this was actually a bomb that, if detonated, would have done damage and hurt or killed people. So I just want to point out that, once again, it is the far right that is conducting domestic terrorist activities while we are illegally starting wars across the seas. That anti-Muslim, this Islamophobic mentality created by this White House, created by far-right bloggers and far-right influencers, created by the far-right media misinformation propaganda campaign, fuels this type of rhetoric. And Jake Lane and his entire crew should be prosecuted for domestic terrorism. They should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for attempting to blow up the mayor's house and anybody in its vicinity. Mayor Mamdani put out this statement.
Thank you for being here, Luck Dragon. See you next time.
Are we even surprised at this point?
And this dude has already, we touched on him earlier, but this dude has done this multiple times. He's done this, like, terrorizing people. Why is he still walking around? Why is he still just, what's going to happen next? Does a whole building need to explode before we do something about this man? I just don't get it. I don't understand why he hasn't been apprehended, at least at this point. Like, this dude is a straight up terrorist, if there's anybody that is one, multiple times. So yeah, that's just a shame. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Hopefully somebody's actually down to Mamdani's on it or something down and is looking at that to get his ass the fuck off the streets, because he's dangerous. And this shit, I mean, well, how many? It's only been a month since we've heard of him doing some shit like 4 or 5 times. Get this dude off the streets. Oh, this is a little bit of fuck around and find out. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I'll just let you guys watch it.
You're screaming the N-word?
Oh my god, bro. Nah, yo, she's down for 6 donuts, man. Yo, someone just can just knock her straight off. No, she needs to get knocked off.
Hey, what are you doing? We're doing what you're doing. Yo, this bitch crazy. Bitch. Oh.
That's scary as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck?
Does she know how to say any other words?
I don't know. I don't know what that is, man. But like, ladies, white women, stop it. This is like, there must be something better to do. There must be something better to do. I'm so tired of seeing y'all on the internet like that. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Like,
only word in her vocabulary.
That was like, I mean, she got so upset, and that was like literally it. It wiped up her entire database. Like, what? I don't know why. I don't even.
Well,
that was like rabies or something.
She was like gonna knock that damn door down too. Like,
I know.
It's like some horror. It's like some horror movie shit. Like, get out.
It's like oh Lord. Is that what's in the whites only town? Because if it is, let me know where not to go.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yikes.
Yeesh.
Lady. Well, yeah, so that's what not to do.
Ninkanpu.
Okay.
I love a Black people protest because I saw what happened to Jasmine Crockett. Black people in Texas saw what happened to Jasmine Crockett. There are literally nincompoops on the internet saying just because you have more experience for a position does not mean you need to be in the position, as opposed to somebody who has less experience than you in the position. The person with less experience, because they are white, because you believe subconsciously that white people have a better chance at winning. That is always what you are saying when you say you need somebody who's a better fit or somebody who can win. The only way they can win is if they vote for them. So if you don't vote for them, they cannot win. So if you voted for them, they could win. And because y'all played so bad, y'all saw that vote turn out, and that was all Black. If anybody else went 50% on the vote, she would have won. So now you have a man funded by Republicans and a Republican family who is probably going to switch to Republican once he gets that seat. Texas been so red, the Black people there are already comfortable. What's the point of changing it red? What's the point of changing it blue? Really, what's the point of changing it blue at this point if it's two Republicans on the stand? He was funded by Republicans. He has a Republican family. He went to white Latinos and white people, white men, Latinos, and white people to secure his vote. And now he is only asking for the Black vote after he secured the primary. He believed that we were property of the Democratic vote. Y'all have me agreeing with Black Republicans, because Black Republicans all the time would call you sheep to the Democratic Party. I am still insanely progressive. This is a Black versus white issue when it's no longer politics. It's a Black versus POC and white people, because everybody played. Everybody played. So don't be mad that no Black people are showing up to the polls. Oh, you just want to be MAGA. We were never MAGA. We're the 92. But you're not getting that vote. White liberals and Black liberals have officially shown that we are two different parties. We are two different parties. Y'all are too headstrong in y'all racism, and y'all are going to let the country die because of it. It is your fault. You should have voted for somebody more qualified. And mind you, you used Jasmine Crockett this entire time. Without her, Christina would not have gotten removed. Without her, y'all would not have a lot of the things you do. She was one of the strongest advocates for democratic progression. Not even Democrats, for progression. And y'all always want to call somebody a Zionist when they're the person of color candidate. Y'all always call the person of color the Zionist candidate. Like they have any power to say they're not a Zionist. If they say they are not a Zionist, everybody will push down their vote. So even if they are not a Zionist, they can't publicly come out with that information because of the way that Israel is running America. Y'all know that. Y'all know these people are not for Zionism. Y'all know these Black people are not for Zionism. I don't know why y'all are lying to our faces. Y'all know it. And that's why Black people are not voting for Tellerico. Y'all could watch him lose and stay red, or y'all could bring him in and the state will stay red. That's what we're saying, doesn't matter. But because y'all want to play slow, y'all can have that happen and y'all country could get tore up. Because Black people are already used to suffering. Please remember that the Harlem Renaissance happened while all y'all were suffering. While all the white kids were taking photos, hungry, begging, all the people inside the Great, not the Great Depression, but yes, during the Great Depression, all those movies where they're all at the gate begging for a job for a day, all white people for real. Almost all white people. When they broke the banks, Black people were fine. We've already found ways to prepare. We're just no longer going to show y'all, and we're going to let all of you fail. Because y'all know, because you wanted to fail. You wanted to fail so bad you can have it. You don't want Black people involved in your political processes, even the ones that are most experienced and don't literally lead to war. Because remember the last time y'all voted for Trump. The last time y'all didn't want a Black person in. Y'all literally started World War III, and I do blame y'all. I do. Because remember, this is one of the red states that voted for Trump. Remember, primarily for Trump. So y'all brought the closest thing to maybe still Trump. I'm astonished. I hope y'all love that in November, though. I hope y'all love when either Tellerico switches red or when y'all pick that same Republican candidate in again, because it's two Republicans. It is two Republicans. And because y'all played, Black women are not voting. Black people are not voting. Y'all made us get up and played in our face. And then you assume that you own the Black vote. Black people own the Black vote. Democrats do not. Y'all played, though. I love a Black people protest because I saw what happened to
There are a
Jasmine
lot of
Crockett.
things I do agree with, don't agree with. I don't know anything about what she's talking about him taking Republican money. Because first of all, I ain't in Texas, so I didn't look that closely into it at all. I'm gonna let you know that right now. But I will say that I've been noticing a breakage within Black people getting tired of being used for like your vote, because what happened, and one thing that she was right about, is that Tallarico only really paid attention to, of course, the white vote and the Latino vote, because the Latinos are adjacent to whiteness. They want to be white. They always trying to be white. But, or Adelson, okay, maybe that's who she's talking about. Anywho, but again, this has happened pretty much back to back when it comes to a Black woman candidate, where, because I remember watching a whole white women for Kamala. Oh God, y'all were out there talking about how great it was and liberated it was, and oh God, and y'all went, and I swear to God, y'all probably did the same thing that lady did right outside of the voting booth. Went in, talking about how much you love Jasmine Crockett, and went inside and betrayed and voted for Tallarico like there was a gun to her head. So I do see just a exhaustion of being betrayed, to almost where the point where Black voters are starting to be like, you know what? I don't want to see no Black people in fucking government. Fuck it. Y'all go ahead, take the reins, since y'all know how to do everything. Go ahead and fucking have it. Take it. Destroy it. We'll be okay because we know how to handle ourselves. Y'all don't. And so that's where we're getting, and that's very dangerous territory. And so I really highly recommend that these progressive candidates, or any sort of Democratic candidate, they start realizing that they ain't got the juice neither. So I like, if they're going to keep playing these games with the voters, the ones that actually show out, they need to actually be like about what they're about. And also the voters need to stop being so fucking racist. For real. I mean, that's a thing. And so it's really gotten to the point where Black voters are like, fuck it, let this shit burn. And it's all on y'all, and y'all get to the front lines and go ahead and handle that. Since y'all want to be the leaders of the fucking oppressed world, then go ahead and do it.
I like Angry Army Vet's question. What did y'all think about Yolanda Jones' take and experience when she was on Dawn regarding the election?
You know, I have no reason to not believe her. I think she was probably right. Again, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of it. That was the only that I really like grasped.
Jazzy, she said that there wasn't a lot of not fundraising,
just like knocking on doors,
like door-to-door posters and stuff in her area regarding Jasmine, and there wasn't a lot of like publicity and thank you, Marley, groundwork. The one thing I will disagree with that video, though, is I don't think Tallarico is going to flip red. I don't. I don't know why. There is a part of me that still wants to have a little bit of hope that he actually follows through, because since he's been outspoken, I mean, he's been pretty vocal. He also doesn't take any AIPAC money, which is kind of a big deal because, as we've learned from my research, unfortunately, Jasmine did take some money and has very pro-Israel stances on some things. So that
might be it too. Say, hey, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully everybody wrong. But hey, hopefully he's a good dude. I have no problem with that. I don't live in no Texas. California trying to wrap this shit up and get the fuck up on out of here anyway. So y'all can go ahead and do whatever the fuck y'all want. But I will say, like, I would just be careful because, yeah, he might get in there and still kind of be like a good dude, but does he got the juice like that? Does he really got the juice like that to be in Senate, to really, really, do you really think he's going to bring the fire and bring the heat? I don't know. So, hey, but that's y'all senator, not mine. I got my own people to worry about. That's just my take on that.
shoot me, meaning that I'm not a criminal, I'm not a felon, I'm not a threat, none of that stuff. But the reason why we're armed is because in the 60s and I'm saying the Panther Party, in the 60s and 70s and in the 50s really, when protesters marched, they got dogs stuck on them, they got beaten with nightsticks and bill. And so many times I just clenched my teeth when they came out there and pepperball people and abuse people. Let me tell you something, and I don't mean to say this like this, but I wish a motherfucker would pepperball me when I'm on. Because I'm going to shoot the fuck back in self-defense. I have a right to do that. If I'm not committing a crime, I have a right to protest. I have a right to march. I have a right to, only if I'm wrong, then I'll accept the consequences for my wrong. And that means I came to do civil unrest. So I'm not obviously going to be armed, and I'm going to actually obey the situation and circumstances, and somebody will bail me out. But if I came to stand on my rights and I'm armed and you pepperball me, I'm a bullet ball your ass in self-defense. Yeah. All power to the people. All power to the people. So actually shoot me.
So he said, go ahead and shoot me with a pepper ball if you want to. Expect something back. That's how I think we should have been doing these protests for a while now. I think that we should have been already kind of been on that energy at least. And I also think that, I don't know if you guys saw on my show the other day, that family that got deported or disappeared. I don't know where they ended up at. By going to like their court case in San Francisco, and then they just got heamed off. Like, don't go to those things. It's okay to ask for like a Zoom call to go to your court hearing if they're just going to be kidnapping you. Like things like that. Like, we need to start thinking differently about approaching these things. All these little hey, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. No, kings. Ding, ding, ding. No, kings. Ding, ding, ding. That shit ain't working. Okay? It doesn't work. It's actually hilarious. Okay? It's not threatening. They're not scared of you. Okay? Like, there's nothing intimidating about that. Okay? Sorry. So I just I think we need to come with a little different, with a little bit more energy.
Just made a video about this video and I found it, so check it out.
I've got some fairly solid inside information to report to you from Washington, D.C. But I have been on the phone with my contacts in Washington pretty much nonstop, 3 or 4 hours a day, talking to people, asking them what the plan is. And as some of you may know, I was appointed by President George W. Bush back in 2001 to help head up the National Charity Awards, where we raised tens of millions of dollars for groups like the first responders to 9/11 and many other groups. So I built contacts all over Washington, frankly, mostly in the Republican Party. I've never been a Democrat, although I think Trump and all the crazy people he's appointed in his cabinet have turned us all the thinking people into Democrats, at least temporarily, while they're insane. But I'm talking mostly to Republican congressmen and, of course, some Democrats. So here's what they're telling me over and over is the plan moving forward. When the Democrats win the midterms, they're going to win both the Senate back and the House. That's what they think, which is going to give them obviously a majority. And then what they're planning on is impeaching Trump, impeaching J.D. Vance, impeaching Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and others, and putting them on trial, very similar to the Nuremberg trials that the Nazis were tried under, if you remember from your history books. This is very, very serious news. I've known these guys for a long time. They hate Trump, by the way. They all pretend that they don't, which is the craziest thing. I see these guys on TV and they hate Trump. I know they hate Trump. They've told me. And then they suck up to him because they're terrified of him. But the bottom line is once they know Trump is going down, they're jumping on this bandwagon. They will jump on his grave. I promise you, because that's what they're telling me. And I think it's pretty obvious to realize they're going to abandon him once they know he is powerless, and he's going to be powerless after the midterms. We know he's going to try to steal it. We know he's going to try to suppress the voters. That's what this SAFE Act is about and all this BS. We know that's what he's trying to do. But the whole world is watching. I don't think he's going to pull it off. I think we're going to get a 2/3 majority. They're going to put him on trial, and we're going to put these people in prison, and possibly Trump. J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi is almost sure to go to prison. These people will be tried for crimes against this country and possibly crimes against humanity for all these people they've killed and hurt that we don't have any, there's got no due process and we don't have any proof of their guilt. So that's what I'm hearing on the Hill. We'll see what happens, but it's exciting.
And I agree. It does sound exciting, but you know what you have to do. You got to get out to the polls. You got to vote. You got to flip the House. You got to flip the Senate for this to even be possible. Republicans, this is a Republican talking to you. He said it himself. They hate Trump, and you should too. He's evil and despicable, and something has to change. Tell me what you think about this in the comments. So I just made a video about.
What do you think, Katie?
I just watched actually the Nuremberg movie last night on Netflix. And like, holy shit, do we need to do this to MAGA?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we needed to do this to MAGA yesterday. Because I don't know why my brain went like, duh, while watching it. But I forgot that in the early 40s, when they finally liberated the people and stuff, like, it was word of mouth for the most part about what had happened, like in the camps and everything, but nobody had really seen a lot of footage by that time. And so the premise of the movie is they bring in a psychiatrist to analyze like Hitler's second and third and a bunch of other higher commanders. And so the highest of the commanders that was still alive, the psychiatrist was like trying to be friendly with him and shit for like the first half of the movie. And then the trial started and he saw the videos of the camps and it just like flipped a switch in him, because of course this officer was saying, oh, I didn't know anything about them, blah blah blah. And then when they were watching the video, like the guy put on like glasses and just ignored all of it. And it's like, that's exactly what MAGA's doing. And he got roasted, and like it was obvious what happened to all of them. But like, MAGA's gonna do the same fucking thing. Like MAGA's gonna do the same thing, and they're gonna go, "Oh, I don't know, I didn't see it." But thankfully, MAGA is not as smart as those officers. Jazzy, if you want to watch it, it's 2.5 hours. Just a FYI.
Is it on Netflix?
Netflix. It's long, but it's so good.
I'll check it out.
No.
Yeah, but about what that dude was saying, the only thing, okay, sure, thank you so much for finally coming out, sir, and saying that. Sure, great. Why are we waiting for all the way to the midterms? You said they hate him. Y'all could have been done something about this. You bunch of fucking courage the cowardly dog ass bitches. Don't come out here and try to ring the bells now. I'm talking about, oh yeah, we hate him. We're gonna wait for the Democrats to take over the House, and we're just gonna wait for. Y'all got control of the House right now. If you hate him so much, go ahead, handle the business. I just don't understand why you think we're gonna be like welcome you in as some like hero now. I just think it's despicable that it even got this far, and now all of a sudden you want to be a fucking hero of the goddamn world. Oh,
you know what? And at this point, we've been dealing with this now for a little over a year. Fuck every Democrat who hasn't even tried to fight or do anything. Yeah. Fuck the ones that say one thing and then mean another.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we, I'm tired of hearing, oh, well, we're not in the majority. Cool. Get some fucking balls. Find some fucking morals. Get your head out of your ass and fucking do what you're supposed to do and represent your people, not your pockets.
Right. Fuck. And then you know what? You know what's funny about Justice? Because I saw Tyler Rico's name in the chat again. So I had never had any text messages or anything from no Tyler Rico until the day that he won a damn election or the primary. And then all of a sudden now every day I get a damn text message of him begging for money. I'm in California. How the fuck you even get my number?
I don't answer any of those.
Yeah. Seriously. I can't even vote for you. Why the fuck you asking me for money? Shit.
Jasmine Crockett had stated she's never taken, not endorsed by AIPAC. She's putting receipts on her site.
Yeah, you know, that's the kind of like a similar situation what I was saying with Kamala Harris, like war chest and stuff. Some of that money might have been like given in some way or inherited in some way, even though it came from somewhere. So I mean, the information could be different from person to person.
Here's the thing, that there's a lot of other things besides AIPAC.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that lead into AIPAC. So it could have been something that was represented by something that leads to AIPAC, but that's still not acceptable. I'm sorry. I'm not here to cut slack at this point. We got one more in this one.
Okay. Then we're almost done.
Girl. Word on the curb and word on the street, rumor has it, and supposedly, allegedly, I gotta cover my ass on this one. The reason why they killed El Mencho, the leader of the cartel in Mexico, is because he was child trafficking and selling human organs. And he had a client list of 211 people. And on that list, there are 17 current sitting members of Congress in the U.S. that used to buy from him.
Fucking Christ.
For cannibalism and rituals. Girl, and that's why Mexico used U.S. intelligence to take him out. Because the U.S. doesn't want that list to come out. Girl, this is all allegedly. Don't come from my head. This is being talked about in Mexico. I'm just saying. Girl, stay tuned. Girl. Word on the curb and word on the street, rumor.
Say it. I didn't hear it, but I heard it.
Right, they were literally referring to people in the Epstein files as jerky.
Yeah, all that. I mean, that makes so much more sense, right? That makes plenty of sense to me.
Of course, it makes sense.
I mean, oof.
Before we get to the exit messages, let's check this out.
And those organ donor type people, like, I don't know if y'all ever seen Squid Game, but they kind of like them fresh and shit. You know what I mean? You know, that doesn't mean, oh God, it's just sick. There are a lot of people that like do organ harvesting and shit for whatever reason. I don't know where they really go or what they do with it, but yeah, people do that shit, especially if you're in the, I don't know, in the murder industry, I guess. I don't know how else to call it.
We're up to 2,700.
Yay! Oh, this one's almost up to just one more suppressing dissent. We'll get to 700 there.
Hey, there's your 444.
Oh yes, there it is, with 2 more 4s next to it. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there. You want to look at Project 2025?
Not really.
Huh.
Let me look. I'm just getting
2712. Okay. I gotta remember that number. I'm almost like forgetting.
Oh, 52%.
Okay. What ticked up, I wonder?
Probably the White House objective.
I think the White House, yeah. Damn. That's not good. That was the one that was staying still for quite some time. It definitely ticked up.
Oh, I think the climate policy, maybe, wait. I'm reading these in the wrong order. No, because that would have been, okay, let's see what else. Oh, HHS.
Oh, yeah.
Rescind the policy of Office of Refugee Resettlement to provide abortion access for pregnant, unaccompanied immigrant youth. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
You don't want immigrants in this country, but you're going to force them to have babies. That makes sense.
That's sick. That's like trafficking, pretty much.
Not like it is. All right. We got...
Yeah.
We got 4 good messages for y'all.
We got some quick ones.
Hey, Iran. First and foremost, assalamu alaikum. Okay. Happy Ramadan. Yes, you want to get my formalities out the way. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You know, I'm just here to speak on behalf of my people. We ain't never had an issue with y'all. My name is actually Arabic. And as a matter of fact, if you knew anything about niggas, we really do admire the Muslim community. As a matter of fact, when our brothers go to prison, they come out, mashallah. A whole lot of niggas don't even eat pork just off the strength of solidarity. Have y'all ever heard of Malcolm X? Y'all would have loved him. If only y'all knew how much Black folks really fuck with y'all. Like, you know how many Samajes is walking around? My son's middle name is Ali. Let's be a little bit more intentional with our get back. Y'all have our permission. Just something to think about. Hey, Iran.
And she's not wrong. A lot of people that go to jail, especially if they Black, come out Muslim. And I also, my dad did actually. And I have a Muslim, an Arabic name. I sure do. First and last. Born and raised Muslim. Leave us out of it. Ramadan Mubarak. Oh, this guy's funny. You got to look at it. I understood every piece of that. I don't know if you did, Katie, but I understood. I don't know if you understood that, but I got every word, every look.
Honestly, I'm kind of fading.
Okay, get the last one. That was basically what it was. Oh, this is hilarious.
The gift of the Holy Ghost.
I'm helping you.
I've been down in Jesus' name. Makes no difference what the world say about me. I've been down in Jesus' name. I've been down in Jesus' name. I've been down in Jesus' name. Makes no difference what the world say about me. I've been down in Jesus' name.
Hey, bro, I cry. Cause you dip you.
You could tell on his face that he was trying so hard not to laugh after the pastor went down. You know that laugh that you gotta hold in. You can't let it out. You be like this.
I start
Oh,
my show. Well, one more.
Yeah, we got one more.
Again, Penelope. And you be looking just as mad.
Why do you have to have your hand on my ear? Thank you.
All right, Sloan, I'll get out with you.
Yo, my man, you supposed to be over there on the couch with your ass out there. What?
Anytime you dig me with your nails, anytime you want to hiss at me and have an attitude like you pay bills in this house, this is where you're going.
Joseph Lamonte DeMarcus Summers, come from underneath that damn. Don't you tuck your ass back in there.
You ain't worked no jobs. You don't have no money. Get up off of me. Even though your mom is black, you're still black and white. Okay?
You're not going to tell me what you want to do. Give me your hand.
So how you want to do this? We gonna keep. Don't cut me off.
You got caught again.
All right. I just a little cat action, little cat video. That's how me and Katie knows. She could tell you. I talk to Annabelle just like that. We have verbal altercations all the time. She always up to some shit. I had to kick her out of the show halfway through because she was doing too much. You know, but that's our relationship. I call her all sorts of little fat kitty cat hoes and all sorts of stuff. She be going outside doing too much. But that's our relationship. You know, I could talk to her like that.
See,
yes.
Whenever I hear the name Annabelle, I think of that horror movie with the Conjuring with the doll or whatever.
Yeah, I got Sandy and Annabelle. They're both very fancy. Annabelle is a little bit on the slow side. If anybody's gonna be fancy, it's Sandy, but yeah, actually my ex-husband named her. But yes. Just some cat video fun. I just wanted to palate cleanse y'all from all the bullshit from the day. I'm gonna actually change the exit messages to palate cleansers. I want to change that verbiage there. But yeah, anywho, that's our show for the day. Went a little bit longer. I knew it was. Talking about fucking war and shit is like, ugh, it's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that kind of like, and we're getting so much information right now. We're getting bombarded with so much fucking information right now that and there's a lot of like little pieces I'm starting to see war and shit. Yeah, for real. There are a lot of little I'm gonna put the Instagram, like just little nuggets of information that I've noticed that are just coming in from every which way. And so having a community like this is important because you might get some that I didn't see, or you know what I mean? And it's nice for us to have a community where we can all kind of put these little nuggets of information together and maybe make a little bit more sense out of it. So yeah, that's why this show ran a little bit longer than I knew it was, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we can kind of keep it more concise. But again, I mean, things are moving so fucking fast that it's just gonna be different from day to day, depending on what the news offers us for in the time. So anywho, thanks so much, you guys, for being here. It was such a great show. I'm glad we got to talk about a variety of things and, you know, just have a good time hanging out with each other and just connecting with each other. I love the engagement in the chat. I'm loving that everybody's getting to know each other in the chat and everything. Follow us on the Instagram. That's where I've been trying to really kind of keep this, like the little nuggets of information coming out on like a story or something like that, just so I can throw out whatever I see quickly, if you know, instead of having to go live or whatever. And then also we have our Substack. We also have our Katie's Corner, May Money sideshows throughout the week. Of course, we go live Monday and Thursday, 7:30. And I think that's pretty much it. Email us at themillennialgaze.com if you have any questions, comments, or anything that you want to throw out there, if you need to just throw out something like that. So anyway, thanks so much, you guys. Anything lastly to say, Katie, before we log off? You can go ahead and take it away.
I'm tired.
Okay. All right, then, y'all. Keep it gangsta out there.
All I said was there's evil afoot.
Evil!